Treat your cardboard box with love now, everybody.
Otherwise, it won't. Your mission will be a failure.
You'll be fish and mailed. And we get a phone call from somebody in the vicinity who doesn't even show us his face.
Yep, and this is another flashback to the first game.
Remember our good old friend Deep Throat, that sexual git?
Yes,
in the first game.
With a terrible name, and it turns out to be Greyfop.
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
And he refers to himself as Mr.
Mr.
X.
X now, is it? Why
Initially,
would it
he
matter
wanted
if
us
I
to call him
called you
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat?
Sexual bugger name.
Did you contact me?
But now he's like, no, call me as Mr. X. And he says quite a lot of the same things that
in the first
Deep
game.
Throat did.
Exactly, not to mention because, like I said, this is
Someone
part of
calling
the
himself Mr.
street plan.
X just contacted me. Do you know
Recreation
anything
of
about
Shadow
it?
Moses.
No, and whoever it wasn't
I'm surprised that the Colonel was not a lot more worried when you get phoned up.
He's just like,
Deep Throat
no,
at first.
we don't have like
Do you
that in our
think-
unit.
I call
well.
that part too.
Just, you know,
Deal with it.
deal with it.
Deal with it, you bitch.
You're
I'll
getting
get-
caught
if
by
you bitch-
someone who
Yeah,
potentially
Yeah, I guess what Colonel will say,
dangerous
and then the Colonel will say, look, Ryder,
an enemy
if you
trap?
bitch about it,
Could
I will call
be.
Rosemary to bother you
Exercise
every 24
extreme
seconds.
caution.
No, Colonel, I'd rather not.
Because we have the mine detector equipped, we can see where the, oh, and you got hit by one anyway.
Yeah. 'Cause it's so narrow.
But yeah, you got Claymore mines there. But if you crawl, you can pick them up. It's just like MGS1 in that regard.
Except for Metal Gear Solid 2, you know when you crawl, it feels a bit more faster than the first game and easier to control.
Yeah. So, the next bomb is round here. And the little git got away.
Not for long.
But yeah, you just flip over here and drop down and there's your bomb.
At the very bottom.
Right there. I believe there's only 2 more bombs to go. And then,
Yep.
and then we've completely gotten all of Shell 1 done.
Pretty much.
There's our nerd.
Yep. Only that's the last node that we've activated, so now no more nodes to activate. Except for the ones in Shell 2, of course. What's kind of disappointing about Metal Gear Solid 2 in my opinion is that, you know, you can explore pretty much every single room in Shell 1. You can't seem to do that in Shell 2. You can't explore Strut H, Strut I, Strut J. Kind of disappointing, really.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I suppose it is quite disappointing. I would have liked to have seen what those struts looked like, but...
Yeah, and Pliskin got to see what they were like.
Oh, here comes the... bloody-
Reinforcements. But then again, it'll be fine because they'll be asleep anyway. And I should be gone by that time anyway.
They'll see him and think, oh, lazy gits.
Lazy asshole. And there's our SOCOM suppressor.
Okay, so that's where it is, if anyone's interested.
And if you play this game on very easy, it's right next to you as soon as you get the SOCOM and Strut B. Much easier, isn't it? Okay, that's that done.
Okay, so now we're going back to Strut A, where we get
And it's
called
by Rose again. Seriously, how many times does she call you?
Jack,
More often
do
than
you
Mei
remember
Ling
the day
did,
we
that's for
met?
sure.
At least with Mei Ling it was entertaining. And she gave you good advice.
With
do
Rose, it's
remember.
just sort of like,
It
love
was right after
me!
I transferred to New York. There were all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group
Let's
of middle-aged
reminisce on our
Japanese ladies came
romance
up and
while you're
asked
in a
me which
deadly
building it
mission
was
where
that
you could
King Kong was
potentially
flying in the
die.
movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler building. And then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night.
Yeah, have you ever
Didn't
seen that
sleep till
film?
morning.
What?
King Kong.
If it weren't for
Peter
that
Jackson's version?
coincidence,
Yes, I've seen it.
Did you ever see the original
I
19...
know.
No.
That
I'm
is one, the
sorry,
black and white
Jack.
one.
I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Yes, you're taking up
care.
my time. What was the point of that? That added nothing to the mission.
I can actually
She
see...
will do this a lot, people.
I can actually see why Kojima actually put a lot of these movie quotes. You know why? When they talk about different films. Because Kojima is a really big fan of films, so in the games he wanted to talk a lot about films when characters have conversations about them.
Yeah.
Hence why they talk about films in MGS3 a lot.
Oh,
Oh, that was close.
well, at least we don't need to worry about no nerds in this place.
Nope. All the nerds are pretty much clean.
There's another woman, if anyone's interested.
Yep, another Japanese lady.
The bomb in question in this area is actually over there. Through this place you've got to crawl underneath the pipes.
No, this way. You gotta crawl through here to get the box number 1. The other way, you gotta crawl the other way to get the bomb.
Yeah, I knew that you had to crawl one way.
Yeah, but this way's to get the box number 1. Right, so now we come all the way back around here, then we just simply crawl
Up,
through,
down, crawl.
left, right, down, up, down, down, left. Yeah, did you ever complete, the original Medieval?
I never completed it, but I got quite far in it.
One of the most annoying things about the original game was that pumper.
I'm under enemy fire.
Oh,
Secure
God.
the perimeter.
Oh shit.
Probably should have left that guy alone.
Yeah, I should have done actually, now that I think about it.
Here we go, phone call.
Actually, no, what I should have done was tranquilized him.
This is Raiden.
Oh well.
The C4 found in Strut A has been frozen and disposed of. Explosives were planted in the pump room on the first floor.
Good work. Only one more left to go.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me, Pete?
I'm here. What's up?
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of Strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
That's not the bad news either. These are sensor-proof.
What?
New model, I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature. Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I'll go see for myself.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
No, there's no need. Raiden, you have one left to go, correct?
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb, 5 years ago, I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby, too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me. for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my life so well I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can diffuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, Raiden.
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't ask for Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good.
Oh, that's quite a
Interesting.
revelation there. So
That
Pete,
was interesting.
so
That
Pete
was.
actually hasn't got a bad leg. He made it up because he couldn't cope with the fact that he killed many people.
Yeah, so he tried to
Cover
himself up.
make out that he wanted people to be sorry for him. He
Actually,
couldn't-
what's interesting is, after we leave this room, I'm going to do something really interesting, because if you call Rosemary... Oh, I'm surprised you didn't see me there. If you call Rosemary afterwards, she's all like, I can't believe it. Stillman actually faked himself and all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember that phone call. Cow. It is a bit insulting to people that actually have disabilities, but at the same time, this is a plot where he couldn't feel like he was unable to cope. It was just as simple as that.
Certainly was.
What's up, Jack?
I was going to say, even what Jack says, sometimes you've got no choice but to lie in life.
Yeah, that's what Mum said when I was talking to her in the car the other day.
Sometimes you have no choice but to lie.
Yeah, in life, sometimes you have no choice but to lie. I mean, you can talk about how lying is really bad, but there's some cases where you really
Yeah, this
don't
is
have
what I
a
said to one of my
choice.
friends. This is what I said to
Get me,
one of my
man.
friends. There are lies that are wrong, and there are lies that are acceptable in
Prosthetic
life.
leg was all a big
Anyway, this
lie.
is the cutscene.
Don't be too hard on him, Rose.
But he's got no right to go around pretending he's got a prosthetic leg. That's an insult to people who really can't walk.
Everyone's got their own reasons. Sometimes you've got no choice but to lie.
You're right. I guess it is necessary sometimes.
Rose?
It's nothing. Well, see ya.
Oh, she's hiding something, I think. Oh yeah,
certainly
yeah.
is.
Sometimes it is necessary to lie. Run away. It's nothing. It's nothing. That's nothing. I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm
And
not
she is.
cheating on you. I'm sure.
And she is. I'm surprised Raiden is still going out with that cow. Seriously, I have to admit. What do you think?
Well, I don't really hate Rose. Like, if she was a real character in the real world, yeah, I probably wouldn't like her personally, but I could see why someone else would go out with her, if you know what I mean.
Because she's very sensitive.
She's not like one of them cows, She's not like a completely and utterly insensitive person. Shoot you in the head!
Shoot you in the head.
Okay. So the third one... Well, not third one.
This is the last one.
The last one is right there.
Yep.
And we get the last phone call. Well, not a last, but...
I have the last
Yeah,
C4
last.
frozen. There's nothing showing up on the sensor now.
Good work, Raiden.
You're way ahead of me, kid. I still have one to go.
How's your bomb, Peter?
It's a bomb, all right. Sealed C4, and in huge quantities.
You think there's another one in Shell 1?
For sure. Somewhere at the bottom of Strut A.
Why are you so certain?
If this bottom section of the strut is demolished, Shell 2 will be well on its way to destruction.
You mean that Shell 2 will actually sink?
Not immediately. There'll still be 5 struts left. But if Shell 1 loses a strut at the same time, it'll be a very different story. The big shell's structural integrity depends on a very exact balance. If both shells lose a strut each, The whole structure will tear itself apart under its own weight.
What do we do?
I have a sensor that can locate even those scentless C4s. It makes combined...
He clearly, obviously, he's got a sensor that can sense the scentless C4s, but he didn't know there was going to be scentless C4s. What the hell?
While I was in the pantry.
Until now.
Does it work?
What, did he just invent it within 5 minutes?
The best I can do.
That must have been very quick to invent
Not the
something.
radar.
That even surpasses Autocon's Metal Gear X when you think about it.
Yeah.
The closer the target.
I get you.
There's another one in that pantry.
Unless, he invented them on the basis that there might be another bomber aside Fat Man, but I'm quite surprised that he
I'll be quite
that's
surprised
the
as well,
case.
actually. I would be as well.
Until I say so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stand by until you radio
Okay, so
in.
now we're going to head over to...
Strut C to pick up sensor B, then come all the way back to strut A, take it to the basement, take care of that, bomb, and then come back up. So that's what we've got to do.
So in the pantry we can pick up sensor B and...
Peter, I have sensor B.
Good. Head to the bottom of strut A.
How's your invisible bomb?
I'm looking at it, but I'm keeping my distance. How's Pliskin doing?
A few more minutes. I just got to the last strut, but there are a few enemy sentries I have to take care of.
Does it look bad, Peter?
Maybe. It's an odd one. The detonator hasn't been activated.
What?
But the sensors are live, which means...
This is Pliskin. I've located the last C4.
Is that it?
I'm about to freeze it. Then...
Wait! Pliskin! Damn! That was it!
What's going on?
The detonator just woke up. It's counting down!
What happened?
The big ones were rigged to be activated when all the baby C4s went offline. Writing, the one in Shell 1 should be counting down too. Hurry!
What's the remaining time?
400 seconds.
400 seconds?
Writing, move! Get to the bottom of strut A now!
So we got to get to the bottom of strut A ASAP because now we've got
As fast as possible, until the time runs out.
400 seconds, that's 2...
That's about...
That's about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite lenient when you think about it. But you still want to get there reasonably quick because if you've never played this before, you may never know where it is.
Actually, no, it's actually 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Technically.
I was taking a rough guess at around approximately 5 minutes, so
6
I
minutes.
wasn't being accurate on that.
I know, but still, I would say 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
But yeah.
Okay. Now we are heading back.
You've got quite a lenient time limit here, so don't worry too much if you can't get back immediately.
All depends on where you are, really.
Yeah. Well, you're always going to be in strut C.
Well, no, not always. It depends on what order you take out the bombs, and if you pick up the sensor B before you take out the last bomb.
I didn't know you could
can,
pick
yeah,
it up.
yeah, you can. So, yeah, you can actually do this in strut A and strut B. So say if I went to strut B and I completely skipped the bomb completely, then went to strut C to pick up sensor B, I could do strut B, then leave to connecting, the connecting bridge from A, B, and it gives me more time to get to the elevator.
So what you're saying is you could pick up sensor B before he even tells you about it.
Exactly, and what this means is that you can get to the elevator much quicker.
Okay.
There you go.
Raiden, Pliskin, listen carefully.
What is it?
I fell for it.
Fell for what?
Fat Man has my number. A proximity trigger. Microwave.
Microwave?
With a 7-foot range. It's not a technique I taught him. Neither was that multi-bomb booby trap. Looks like he's far surpassed me as far as explosives technique goes. As for the rest...
Pete, get the hell out of there.
There's less than 30 seconds left. It's too late.
No!
Pliskin, get away from strut H as fast as you can.
Pete!
Raiden, keep your distance. Use the spray from as far away as possible.
Me?
You can do it. I know that.
I'm not so sure.
But I am. Do it. I know you can.
So Peter Stillman is dead.
Yes. Now, if you've watched a digital novel, actually, Stillman comes with you to the final bomb. And Stillman doesn't die after Fat Man.
Okay, that's strange, but I kind of prefer they handled it here. I'm guessing that Peter Stillman tried to take apart the bomb the usual way and not the freezing way, and that caused the timer to speed up. Am I right or am I wrong?
Don't think so.
'Cause I can't think of any other...
I don't really think so, no.
It's the only thing I can think of as to why his bomb would suddenly speed up and blow up so much quicker.
Colonel, I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Yes,
Yeah, it was a great loss for everyone. Peter
Any
Stillman's
damage
dead.
report on the explosion?
We're not going to be speaking to him anymore. 140.25 is an empty frequency now. We're not going to get anything on it.
Explosions ignited the
Poor
oil slick
chap.
on the surface.
What about the toxins?
The chemicals stayed in containment. There's no immediate
But
danger.
yeah.
But yeah,
Big
we've
shell
kind of
stable?
saved the big
Shell
shell
one was
because
unaffected.
we've
The price
got rid
was
of this
high,
particular
but
bomb.
the threat of the bomb is over for now.
What's the next objective?
Rescue the president.
And now
Get
obviously
back to
we're
the
back
upper
to our
level.
original
Roger
objective
that.
of rescuing the president. So now we've got to get back up to the roof and
Of
carry on.
Strate.
Yeah.
But we're about to save and then we'll see you in the next part.
Well, no, we got another 6 minutes.
Okay. I was going to say because it's a cutscene.
Oh, yeah, we'll have
need to
plenty of
save-
time.
Jack, when you get home, let's have
Is
a
she
drink
on
and
coming on to
Oh.
him and saying she wants to have sex with
Oh,
him?
this is, I've got to say though, Christine, this is quite a funny conversation. Have a listen to this. This is quite funny, I must say.
Oh, what's wrong?
Well, that sounds good, but how about we eat out at that one restaurant instead? You know, the place that we went to recently with the amazing lobster? I really like that place.
Well, yeah, I guess that's okay too. Huh?
Nothing. I just love lobster. Yeah, can't wait. Woohoo!
Well, then I'll make a reservation. Promise me you'll come back safely.
Don't worry.
Okay then. That was a strange conversation.
Yeah, Rose's cooking really is that bad.
Very bad.
Raiden, the terrorists have retaliated for our bomb neutralization.
What?
A hostage has been killed, shot in the head. They shot one of them on the roof, just to make sure we caught it. One of our satellites caught it clear as day.
Damn.
They announced they would kill one every hour.
And they're going
from
to
now
kill
on.
it one every
What are my
hour.
orders?
What should I do?
Stay with your mission objective.
But
Rescue
colonels
the
are like,
president.
no,
What about the other
just save the
hostages?
president.
President
This is
The others can
Johnson is your
fucking
first
die.
Listen to
priority.
listen to this.
Priority my butt.
Priority
They're all
my
in
butt.
danger.
Jack, be
God, that makes it
reasonable.
sound like a
I
Bart
know what
Simpson
you're
thing.
feeling, but you can't save them all.
Primarily my butt.
by
They're all
myself.
indeed.
Are you expecting that Pliskin to come through?
Well,
Looks like he's turned his radio off too.
Can't talk to Pliskin then, apparently.
by myself.
That man was not included in
Probably
the
sat in the
simulation.
corner crying
He's
that
not a factor
He lost
in
his
this
Stillman's
mission.
dead.
What do you mean by that, Colonel?
And he feels
Your
responsible for
mission must
killing him
remain a solo
completely.
effort.
Maybe,
What about
possibly.
the SEALs? No second attempt?
They haven't even gotten to planning that. All we can do is wait. In the meantime, you're our only hope.
So what we have to do now is head into the
Go
next
and
room.
rescue the
and we will
president.
be
You can start off by getting to the
encountering
upper
a
level
member
of Strut
of
A.
Dead Cell.
Dead Cell. And it's not the one you would think it is. Given that we've just taken out a load of bombs, you would think Batman would be the one we'd be encountering right now, but no, it's actually Fortune.
And this is a boss fight where you can't win, so yeah.
It's not really a boss fight, really.
It's more trying to survive against her.
It's a survival test more than anything.
Trying to stay alive and not get killed by her, pretty much. That's the idea of the boss, is trying to try not get killed by her railgun. Now, I've got to tell you something right here. Doing this on Extreme's evil. She fires twice in a row and she can blow up everything in about 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you have to use this technique where you have to wear the cardboard box and keep on moving left and right to avoid the shots. and you got to make sure he's facing at a certain angle, otherwise he's going to get killed.
So Fortune evidently thinks she's talking to Snake here.
But it
But
turns out to
she's
be
not.
Raiden. And she's like, it's not him.
Darn it!
That's not him.
But she refers to her father being killed.
Interesting.
Yes.
Seen the fires of
This is a reference to the tanker episode,
Yes.
where the commander of the Marines,
Maureen.
yeah, he's a commander of a load of grannies named Maureen.
Okay.
Commander of the Marines.
The Marines.
The Marines, yes.
The Marines, not Marines, the Marines.
Now he's the commander of marriage.
Yes, okay, so we'll,
Yeah, her father was the commander of the Marines, and
Yeah.
he died on the tanker, as we know. So, yeah, she blames Snake for it. So she's obviously, hoping that he's alive, so she can be the one to kill him and essentially punish him. Look, see, you can't do anything.
so you just have to survive.
And her gun does a lot, and I mean a lot of damage. So
If you noticed.
Yeah, so try not to get hit by her. Just, stick behind these big containers at the back until they break, and then just go over to one of the other ones. That's generally what I do. I don't know about you.
That's what I do as well. But not on extreme. On extreme, you got to keep moving the cardboard box like this, left and right. I'll quickly show it. You got to keep doing that until you survive.
Oh,
It's crazy. You got to keep...
how to look like an idiot.
But at least it'll save your life.
She's setting the whole room alight.
You can see that.
She has no regard for safety. But you have to keep doing this until the Colonel calls you. This could go on for quite some time. I mean, even though you see the lift coming down, that doesn't mean anything. You've got to wait till the Colonel calls you. Which shouldn't be too long now.
Well, it shouldn't be now. It should be another 2 minutes or so, then this is all done and over with.
Probably not even 2 minutes.
It could be 2 minutes. It could be. Could be 2 minutes.
Oh god, there's fire.
I can see that. I can see fire. Oh, I remember me and Matthew used to do Metal Gear Solid 3 when we fought the Fury, when he uses that fire attack, so I kept getting caught by the fire, and I said, I hate fire because of this! And I kept yelling, fire!
You don't hate fire because it can kill you, you hate fire because the Fury kept trying to kick your ass.
Well, no, it's not just in that game, I hate it in Resident Evil games, and fire can be evil in any game.
Fire is evil.
Fire is one of the worst things about things in games, is fire is evil. Except for when you wear the fire camo. When you wear the fire camo, you won't take any damage from fire. You'll be immune to fire.
So Fat Man has asked for us especially.
Yep.
So, we're going to get the cutscene over and done with, and then we're going to finish this part off.
Yep.
I'll show you the count. 400 seconds remaining.
So he's planning on taking this place out.
It looks like he has a different agenda from that of Dead Cell.
What about backup?
None. There's no time.
Which type of explosives is it?
He didn't say.
Hello, Vamp.
It looks like he's about to kill her though. It's like he's about to sneak up behind her back and do something. Like, kiss her and all sorts.
He could do anything.
He can do anything at this very moment.
What is it?
He could tap her on the head, he can do anything.
Man is out of control.
He'll actually try to destroy this place?
Yes, this could unravel everything we've planned.
But why would he do such a thing?
Who knows? But he's nothing more than a stereotypical mad bomber now. He's completely lost sight of our ideas. And with it, his loyalty to Commander Jackson.
All right. I'll take care of the wayward soul. It wasn't him.
Unfortunate.
I expected more of this one, really.
But he couldn't kill you, I see.
Completely useless.
Then he's all mine.
Later, then.
Now!
And when I first played this game, you actually think, oh, is he a vampire because he can survive more than 3 times? Then when he came back in MGS4, I was like, what the fuck, how did he come back?
Damn.
Vamp. Are you gone? No. No, that death was meant for me. Why am I the only one that can't die? Alone again? Cheated out of death again? How long will you force me to live? How much longer, Dad? You've punished me enough. I thought you could give me peace. But you couldn't kill me either.
There's no need for sorrow, Queen. I died once already. I can't die twice.
So we're going to save the game, and we're going to end this part off here.
Yep, and then we will see you in the next part, as soon as we save our game. Right.
And screw what Rose has to say.
I've got a question. Who's actually playing the game on very easy?
That would be me husband.
What about the normal mode?
That'd be me.
Wow.
Hang in there.
That's actually wow, well done. That's all I can say, really.
What?
Because when you were a kid, you used to play it very easy. Now you're attempting normal. That's good.
Normal's really not that bad.
Well, that's what I said to you when we were kids, but you didn't listen, so...
I was a stubborn child, what can I say? I'm more into platformers and in my Nintendo and Pokemon and...
That's fair enough. Alright then, guys, well, I don't want to call you again, Rose. No, I do not want to talk to her again. No.
Go away.
Fuck off, bitch.
See you later.
Okay, we'll see you later, guys.